Hi, welcome back to the channel. So I've got some updates for you guys for some of my story tools and templates. And the first update you may notice is, in fact, that I have a new place where I'm keeping them. So rather than going to my old blog like I used to have here, where if you just go down to my miscellaneous story development templates and click and do all the things here, go to my templates and whatnot. Rather than doing all of that, we now have a place where you can actually grab your files just by scrolling down and picking the one you want. And of course, the story tools and templates section here is where I keep all my latest updates. I do have one for archives, which most of these new updates will have links to both the current updates and the old archive ones. So do be sure to check that out. But I want to just give you a quick overview of what I have out now. And then what's coming. So we'll just take a quick look here. So the first you'll see is the Kindle Vella Book Tracker. We're up to beta 4B now. Bear in mind that what beta 4B means is that we're not at 5, but it has been, and also it's been over a year since the last update. But we do have some quality of life updates. So I just want to show you that real quick. Here in beta 4, it's still beta 4, but now what we've got is I've changed a few things, including just something minor here, like instead of total readers, it's now total reads. And the reason is because for 5 I want to do some more fine-tuning on how readers are calculated. But there's a few things here, like I fixed some of the errors with instructions. So the new version tells you the right column to update in, and then some of the values over here are fixed. So it'll let me scroll. Come on, resource management, computer. All right, you'll see that now it actually says 60 instead of 30. So just little quality of life things like that. But more importantly is when you go into the extra data sections here, like episode stats by month, for example, you'll see that I've actually cleaned up the instructions. So the formatting's a lot nicer to look at now, and so it should be a lot easier. When update 5 comes along, I'm going to be redoing how a lot of these actually work. So for now, this is temporary, but it is nicer to look at. So if you want to be able to manage your reading a little better, certainly you can do that. So again, here's just some of the ways it looks nicer. The next thing that's important about this particular update is I've got a new links and resource page. So if there's any area where you want to follow progress reports, if you want to see what's coming, this is the link in which you want to follow, because all these sections here will give you access to the instructions how to use it, including how to update it if you want to go beyond the current limit. You can review the change log through my blog, which that's still live. But you can also go to the new resource library that I just showed you, where you get the latest edition, or you can go to the old archives, which is, I did not show you, but there's a new archive section where you can get older versions, which is useful if you don't want all the bells and whistles. If you just want to keep it simple, you can go back in time and grab it there. But the archive version is available to you if you wish to get that there. And if you want to give me feedback on the tool, which I'm always helpful or happy to have, this particular version will take you to I think it's 13 questions, I want to say. It's using the Formula tool. Basically, it's just a quick survey, very easy answers, lets me know what you think of the tool, and any advice you might have in order for me to improve it. It is not a feature request feedback tool. That's a different thing. If you go here, I'm going to show you that one in person. You can actually tell me what you want for future updates. But this one here is just, again, helps me understand what you like about the tool, how you'd rate the tool. Like, is it a 5-star tool, a 2-star tool? Like, you let me know. So if you wanted me to actually know how you're responding to this is the link you would go to do that. And then down here you'll have links to my other resources, so you can check those out as well. It all basically takes you to the same place, but it just reminds you what they are. The book ideas generator, I've talked about that in other videos. This is where you can give feedback for ideas that you want to see other writers write, or if you're a reader, or if you're a writer who wants to see what's popular, you can go and look for ideas. It's still not used very much. Like, there's a lot of people going there now, but not a lot of people interacting with the tool. People are starting to vote for things, but the things they're voting on doesn't make a lot of sense. So remember, the idea is it's the book ideas generator. The keyword is on ideas. That means, go to the ideas tab, and so you can post your ideas and interact with ideas and exchange ideas. So, but this reminds you that it's still out there, that's still around, that I would still like people to use it, and that you should use it if you want to, exchange ideas and see what could be popular. Down here, this is just some of the notes and what to expect about the resources themselves. This is more like disclaimers. So if you do plan to use this tool here, I've got an official section now that tells you how to use it, how to respect the copyright, all that stuff. So, and then again, just a reminder that you can post your ideas. Speaking of, if you do decide that you want to post your ideas, you're going to do that on the looped-in board over here. This is very similar to the book ideas generator, same format, same design, but this is strictly for the Kindle Vella Book Tracker. So you can now get an overview on how to use it by clicking on this video. This also just reminds you where you can go and find it. This will actually take you to the updated resource library. So anytime you click this link, regardless of what beta we're in, this will take you to the most recent version. So I'll update it on the back end. But once you're here on the page, you can look and see what is being worked on. So like right here, these are the things that are ready for release. Technically, it's already here. That's what we're looking at. But the updated formatting, which I just showed you, if you like that, just upvote it. And that's the other thing too is, even if it's already released, you can tell me you like it by upvoting it. But also, upvoting for those features that you're looking forward to or that you want me to implement. Of course, check the comments for more details if there happens to be any more details. And of course, you can add comments if you want to give me feedback through words. But over here, you'll see what's coming. This is technically in the ready to release section, but I'm leaving it in progress because it's sort of an ongoing thing. And once I'm finished figuring out what all my external resources will be, then I'll move it over. But this is basically what we're looking at with the archives and with this roadmap and all that. And then you'll see what's coming for future editions. So you'll get a sneak preview here, some new feature, differentiate between written and published total word count. So looking at my own word count for the Hybrid City Entrepreneur, which I intend to schedule out weeks in advance, I was thinking it would be nice to see the difference between how many words I've written and how many I've published. And then, of course, my extra comment here is I think this will work automatically if I use the date features in the formula, which is like more of a note to myself. But basically what this would be, and of course, again, in my comments, you can see that I'm planning to release it with Beta 5. Basically, if you want to see what my ideas are for the future, this is where you would go to look for them. This would be the best resource because you're going to find that over here in the tool, I actually do have a couple more tabs in the waiting. I have a change log, which tells you everything that's been added. So you can see the history. This is basically right off of what I got off my blog, but you will see that I've got a new section for Beta 4B, which is what we're looking at now. And then over here I got the future plans. The future plans, this is more static. This is not a final list of things that will come, nor is it a guarantee of things to come. It's just ideas that I have. The nice thing about the internal tool is you can sort them by idea order, alphabetical by upcoming features, which I don't know why anyone would do that, but there's the case. The best one to go is by beta release, because then you can see all my what my future plans are from the more broad spectrum view, and of course you can see what's already been uploaded and implemented, and then you can see more details on what I would actually include. But I do recommend you come here to the roadmap tool instead, because I actually have more ideas on this page than I do on that sheet, including, I think this is not on the actual chart. I think this is only on the roadmap. Report reader stats on best viewed episode. Was it that one? One of these is exclusive to this roadmap. But anyway, you can see more clearly what I'm working on. And then if you have ideas, again, go to the ideas section and then post them. I don't have anything here yet. But if there's something that is not on the current roadmap that you think should be, go to ideas and post them. And then, of course, if you see an idea that you like, upvote it. And then also if you see a card here that you're looking for, to upvote that as well. It just tells me you're interested in it. Regarding ideas, this is important because if you have a thing that you like, that you want to see come sooner than later, the voting is what makes a difference. And obviously, the higher the vote, the more likely it'll show up in a sooner beta, if that makes sense. So anyway, but that's Kindle Vella, the book tracker, the latest edition. I'm going to probably have 5 out reasonably soon, because you'll notice that my roadmap plans for 5 should not be that difficult to pull off. By the way, guys, if any of you use reader polls, let me know what your experience is with that, because I don't use them. I'm not quite sure how to integrate it with the book tracker yet, because again, I don't use them, so I'm not sure how the Vella tracker should use them either. So let me know your ideas. If you come to the roadmap tool, list some comments for me. Just let me know how you use your polls, and that'll be helpful to me. I might actually post an idea for. I still need to know how returns work. I haven't had anybody return my episodes. I need to know if returns are counted, or if they're like likes, where once they're there, they're always there. So anyway, the other tool is coming up. I'm going to do this one more abstract, because I have another video that I'm going to be releasing later in the month. It's going to go more in depth. But I've got the latest edition of the Scrivener NaNoWriMo Basic Template for 2022. It's actually, you can get it now. I'll talk more about it in the next video. But again, if you go to the resource page, you'll see it's already uploaded, ready to get. The new things that you'll get here is there's a section for ideas. So if you want to track your ideas here, there's a new chart where you can do that, and you can rate them. So if you have a bunch of ideas that you're tempted to write on, but you know you can only focus on one at a time, you can list all your ideas over here, and then any comments you want to make about those ideas over here. But then you'll actually give them a number, and the number 1 is the one that you would feasibly work on for this year's NaNoWriMo. And then again, if there's any that you want to work on later in the year, you have that archive. So that's the purpose of this section. And of course, this up here reminds you about the book ideas generator. But the other thing I have that's new with this section is a social media planner. And again, I'm going to talk more about this in the next video that's exclusive to the my annual NaNoWriMo video. So the 2022 edition's coming out probably middle of the month. So keep an eye open for it. But it'll tell you how to use this template, and show you what it's all about. But you can start playing with it now and get a feel for it. Essentially, the social media planner is if you have followers and you want to keep them up to date of your NaNoWriMo progress, whether you're doing the November one or one of the camp NaNoWriMos, this new planner will help you plan your campaign. I think that's the Kindle Vella Tracker has one similar to that. Again, if we go back to one of the book sections here. Sorry, my computer's slow. That's why I can do a lot of clicks, but not a lot happens. You'll see I have a very similar section here for social media planning. This one's really basic in comparison. The one for the NaNoWriMo tool, you'll see in the how-to, you'll see I've got some pretty extensive plans here. Anyway, go ahead and download it, check it out, and then I'm going to talk more about it in the next video in the next couple of weeks, so you can come back for it to see more how to use it. The other thing I want to tell you guys, going back to the tools here, you'll see that I have my story planning general alpha 2. You may not actually know about this one because most of the videos are unlisted, and I have them tied in directly to my blog, which again, if you go back to my blog over here, oh, I'm sorry, by the way, I have a roadmap for the template also. If you want to use the basic, the NaNoWriMo Basic Template, give me ideas for them. I have a roadmap for that as well, so do make sure you check that out. Again, I talk more about that in the next video, so I'm not going to get too in depth with that. But if you go into my templates section here, you'll find that I've got another template called the Story Planning General here. Again, I apologize for the slowness of the response time of things, but this is the Story Planning General overview. It's a pretty extensive thing. I haven't updated it in about 2 years. I actually do have some new things coming. I can't actually remember what they are because it's been so long since I've picked at it. But I do want to let you guys know that this exists because I do have an Alpha 3 coming out, I think this year. And it's certainly, again, it's going to show up in the archives, or the template section here. But essentially what it does is, this is like the huge master planner for NaNoWriMo, not NaNoWriMo, sorry, for any story you're working on. And you'll see I have this long chart of ideas here. One of the things I'm going to be adding to the new Alpha 3 is this Johari window section. I don't really have anything listed there yet, but there's some backstory tools, some additional templates and things I want to add in here. But essentially what this is like an in-depth planner for coming up with all different ideas for what your story might contain, for character development, story development. And I mean, like you'll see in story development, we have important moments, and then you have a template for that. You've got some let's see, page turning methods. So if you have some tips for how to get your readers to turn the page, like there's some things in here that'll give you that, and sample scene cards where you can write down what you want. I mean, it's extensive and crazy and probably unnecessary in a lot of ways. But a lot of this is already in Alpha 2. The Alpha 3 is going to have even more features. And again, I have to remember what's in it. The basic premise here is you don't need everything. This is for those who really like to plan in advance in as fine detail as they can. You don't have to plan in fine detail. You can go abstract if you want. This gives you any feature. You can delete anything from the template that you don't want to use, so you're not distracted by nonsense. But if you are like an immense planner, has to plan every pixel, every fine detail, this template's supposed to give you that option, and it's supposed to go even into planning, again, your social media campaigns, but all your marketing, your keyword research, all that crap. So that's really the purpose of this template. I've been at it since I think 2019, and it's been a monster. I don't even want to think about the word count of the template alone. But the purpose of it is not to write your story in this thing. The purpose of this is to have like basically a story Bible for your for whatever your novel, series, whatever it is you're working on. It goes well beyond any current software that I know of, at least. Not to mention, gives you links to resources that I recommend if you want to learn how to write a story. These are all free resources here, and the template's free. So if you have Scrivener, that's really all you need to pay for is Scrivener, and then you can get, you can have an entire course worth of information plus an option for developing your story. But again, this is not really a place to write your story. It's a place to store ideas, to create foundations for your work, and then get into detail about whatever you want your story to contain. And again, you can kind of get a snapshot of different features. So again, I'll do a more prominent video for this sometime in the future. I don't know when Alpha 3 will be released. This is another one that typically gets released in September, October. I didn't do one last year. So again, I just had so much else going on. But I do think Alpha 3 will be ready this year, if I can sit down long enough to actually focus on it. But anyway, I want to let you guys know about all that's coming and all that's out now. So do go ahead and check out this resource library, the Story Tools and Templates resource library. I'll link it in the comment in the description below, so you can get you can just jump right in, or you can also go to my template page here if you want to find out more about what each one is, because this is where all the descriptions are. So if you do need to have a better idea of what these things do, then you can come here and re-up on them. But anyway, that's what's going on with the latest updates. So I won't be doing another NaNoWriMo template until next year, so 2022. It's all the latest features. If I do a 2023 before November, again, you'll find out in the roadmap tool, so make sure you subscribe to that. I will have a roadmap tool for the story planning general at some point. I haven't made it yet, but that's coming soon. And of course, there's one now for Kindle Vella Book Tracker. But they all work the same way. They all interact the same way. So do make sure you use it. It'll let me know what you want. Regarding feedback tools, only Kindle Vella Tracker's got it right now. I don't have one for NaNoWriMo. I might put one out there at some point. So again, if I have one, I'll probably end up putting it in the update section for now, and then I'll probably put an official feedback form in the 2023 version. But I don't think it's as important for feedback, for at least not right now. Well, I probably should post one at some point. The thing is, I may end up doing another feedback tool at some point, so I don't know. For now, let's just see how the one for Kindle Vella works. But anyway, that's what's going on with the channel, with my templates. If you're wondering why in the heck I haven't updated anything in over a year, that's why. But things are moving again, so check them out. Do make sure you like, subscribe to all things YouTube tell you to do. Comment below what you like about the new updates or what you don't like. But more importantly, tell me what you like and don't like in the roadmap tools. Because again, they're there. I paid a lot of money for them, so use them, please. Please and thank you. And the other thing is that if you have another template you'd like me to create, or if you have something else that you have an idea for, that you feel like I would be good at making, mention that too. I might consider something. I will tell you that one of the things I have planned for Vella 5 is, I'll show you real quick and we'll end on this. If I can get my thing to get there quick enough. If you look down here, you'll find that I've got plans. You'll find that I have plans for a character tracker database, and then by 6 I'll have one for locations and items. I want to have a section that will track characters the same way we're tracking the stories. So I think that'll be fun, and I do hope to have that that'll be the big feature for 5. So that's something you can look forward to. But other than that, that's what's new. So hope you all liked it. So that's it for now. We'll see you next time, and have a good day. Start your NaNoWriMo planning soon, because now that you can, remember, here it is. It's all right here. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.